So when it comes to the debt payoff journey, especially if you have a larger amount of debt, it can get tiresome, honey. Let's be real. I know a lot of people, especially when they're like behind it, they're like, oh, it was easy. It took 2 years. But for some people, especially when they're starting the process, to hear that it's going to take 2 years, for them, it seems like a long time. Now, when you're a little bit older, you realize 2 years is really not that long. But if you feel like this process is going to be long for you, and even for some people, it may take even longer, but there's definitely different ways that you can use to keep you motivated while you go through your debt payoff journey. The first way to stay motivated while going through your debt payoff journey is to use trackers. Trackers kind of add a little bit of the fun element to it because as you're paying down amounts, you can go on your tracker and actually color in that amount to show that you're making progress. And even as you finish a sheet, you definitely will feel like you have accomplished something. It's like getting that sticker when you're little. And I know you might think like I'm an adult, but there is something satisfying about coloring in a tracker. So if you are looking for trackers to help you through your process, I definitely included some in my ebook that I have linked below, but then I also have some on the website that are available for you to access. There's also some free ones out there that you can use, and you can even create your own. Another way to keep you motivated is by having an accountability partner. Having a partner is so important. It's that person who like keeps you off the ledge. And the thing about having an accountability partner, you want that person to be a person who is not a yes friend. We all know that some of us have yes friends and some of us have friends who are gonna keep it real with us and tell it like it is. You want the person who may not go around and like tell all your business, you have to be worried about it, but they're still gonna be straight with you, okay? That's who you want to be your accountability partner. You don't want the person who you're like, girl, I'm in the store, I see these new shoes, I want to get them now. And they're like, girl, get them. You don't want that person. That's not the person. You want the person to be like, hey, where you are with your debt payoff goals, you can get the shoes when you finish your goal, and there'll probably be even better shoes out there. So why don't you put that money towards paying off this debt so we can knock that out? You want that friend, because that friend is going to talk you off the ledge and help you understand why it's important to focus on your debt payoff goal and the full why behind it. And speaking of the why, another way to stay motivated is to continually look at your why, continually think about your why, maybe create a vision board of the reasons why you actually want to pay off debt. Because in my video about starting your journey, I talked about like your why may be feeling like things are tight all of a sudden, your cash flow is tight. But truthfully, we know there's other things that you want to do and that this debt is holding you back from actually doing it. So maybe you want to purchase a home, maybe you want to travel more, maybe you want to start a certain type of business, maybe there's certain experiences that you want to take advantage of. Maybe it's just a comfort, okay? Because we really downplay the mental anguish that goes along with having to deal with not being sure about like your finances and things like that. Maybe it's just to be at peace, right? So continually to focus on your why, or even have a vision board or something that reminds you of your why, can help you in keeping motivated and focused on your goal. You also can set up a reward system. I'm really, really big on reward systems. So let's say your total debt right now is like $30,000, right? Maybe you set up reward systems where maybe every time you pay off 5,000, you're able to do something. And you can pick your own increments. I'm just keeping it simple here. So maybe it's like, oh, I'll pay off 5,000. Maybe I'm able to go get a massage, right? I'm gonna go do dinner with my friends. Maybe I'm gonna allow myself to spend no more than $100 on something for myself. You might have a different amount because everybody's number is different, but I'm just throwing out things. You definitely don't want it to be something that is so big that is going to slow down your debt payoff progress in a way that may discourage you later. So, you know, for some people, it probably should not be like a huge trip. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I paid down 5,000, I'm going to Bali. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not it. Bali is maybe the trip you're taking like at the end. But you can give yourself certain rewards. You know, maybe the trip is to Miami. I don't know. Miami could be expensive. I don't know. Pick somewhere. But maybe it's like, maybe you're taking a small trip to a city for a weekend. I don't know. Pick something though. I like the idea of writing down all these different rewards and throwing it in a jar, like making slips of paper, maybe throwing it in a jar, a container or something. And then once you hit that goal, like you just pick one out and that's what it is. I think it works when it's like that a little bit better because typically you've made your list when you're focused, so you're not going to go too extreme. And then also, I think to keep you motivated, one thing that has nothing to do with rewards or other people is to set up your process where things are more so automated. It makes it a lot easier because you don't have to think about it as much. So for example, when it comes to my debt payoff, a lot of the processes are automated for me. Any money that I have going towards my debt payoff, I actually have a separate checking account for that amount because I don't want to think too hard. We think about a lot of things during the day. If you think about all the things you have to take care of, especially if you have a household. So like all my debt payoff money goes to a separate account that I keep at an online bank. It's an online checking account. I have it go there first. And it goes there. I don't have to put it there or anything. I had to set it up initially, but like even the money that comes from my W-2 income, there's a portion that automatically moves over to that checking account. I don't even have to do anything about it. It just goes and I appreciate it. Then at the end of the month, I already have a target. Right now, everybody knows I'm paying off my student loans. So like there's an extra payment that automatically goes to the student loans and I set it up to go. Now that part I physically have to do because on this journey, that's like, I have to say this is where it goes because I don't want to make the mistake of sending it somewhere else. But I send it there. But at least I make the process of any funds that I have coming in from different sources, they go to that account because then I know that's what the money is for. I don't have to look in like my regular checking account, which I know I am very big on having multiple checking accounts to manage my money, but I don't have to look in there and say, okay, wait, this was for regular bills and this is for that. All that extra money for debt payoff, I know exactly what that is. Once I look in that account and I see what the balance is, that is for debt payoff and that goes there. That's where it goes. See you later. So I don't have to think and it makes life so much easier. In the comments below, if you're on your debt payoff journey, let me know what you're doing to keep yourself motivated. If you have not picked up my ebook, definitely pick it up below. And if you're just starting your journey and just looking to get your finances in order, then check out this video here.